Good day, everyone. My name is Rachel G. Villasotes, and I will be the one to continue the report of Mr. Turinweba about the Republic of South Korea. And I will now proceed to the courts under Constitution. So, one of the courts under the Constitution is the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court is the final court of appeal for all cases in South Korean law. So here, all cases in South Korea will go to its final appeal in the Supreme Court. So actually, this court is the highest tribunal of the nation, and this is located in Seoul. So in Supreme Court, it consists of 14 justices, including the Chief Justice. So in Supreme Court, the judges must be 40 years old or older and 15 and have 15 years of experience practicing. So here, the Chief Justice will takes part in informing the benches of the Constitutional Court. So in Supreme Court, cases are heard by either the Grand Bench, composed of the justices sitting on the full bench, in which the entire membership of the court participate in the decisions, or the PT benches. When we say a Grand Bench, it was composed of more than two-thirds of the justices, and be presided over by the Chief Justice. Its rule is to enter judgment by simple majority rather than needing a consensus. So then when we say petty benches, its role is to hear cases from the lower courts when they may overturn by consensus, and PT bench assigned to a case fail to reach a consensus, and those cases will be heard by the Grand Bench. So Supreme Court's function is to oversee other judicial matters. So, like it deals with appeals against judgment or decisions rendered by the high courts and the appellate divisions of district courts. And another is it may establish rules regarding internal regulations, administrations of the court, and trial procedures. And now, let's proceed to appellate courts. So, in appellate courts, it consists of a presiding judge and usually three associate judges. So, in appellate courts, it hears appeals against verdicts of districts or family courts in civil or criminal cases, administrative cases, or special cases designated by law. And in South Korea, there are five appellate courts which holds their own trials and reach decisions for against the verdicts of the lower courts. And sa tanang court kaning only appellate courts maghimo og official nga kanang decisions about the administrative litigations filed by individuals or an organization against any government order or dispositions. So, okay, let's now proceed to district courts. So, when we say this district court, it have a primary jurisdiction over most cases. One set up in Seoul and 12 major cities, most of which are provincial capitals. So, in district court has a jurisdiction over various non-contentious cases such as the reorganization or liquidation of business corporations and the registration of real property or corporate matters. Okay, let's now proceed to the political system. So, in the system of government in the Korea is a pluralistic, democratic, and presidential system. So, the president is elected by popular vote every 5 years for one term only. The president appoints the prime minister and has the right to release him from his duties. So, in the political system in South Korea, here the president will no longer re-elected, not unlike in our country that our president may run for another term. So, in South Korea, the president only administer for only one term only. Here, the president kanang has a lot of duties. One of it is that he can able or he has the power to appoint the prime minister of a country, but it has its own function too. So the prime minister of South Korea has the power to recommend the appointment or dismissal of a cabinet minister. So example of ministry that the cabinet minister holds, like Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry, Ministry of Culture and kanang Tourism, Ministry of Education and Human Resource Department, Ministry of Environment, and many others. Then, in this system, the Prime Minister of South Korea will assist the President in his duties. So, like in the event that the President become incapacitated, so here, the Prime Minister takes control of the state. So the prime minister who heads the cabinet and the member of foreign affairs sit as the chief foreign policy advisors in the state council. So from time to time, the National Assembly may raise a question. Those official, the assembly may pass a recommendation for the removal from the office of the prime minister or state council members. Okay, let us now proceed to the several political parties in South Korea. So first of it is the Sainori Party. So Sainori Party, it is the ruling party with 172 seats in the parliament. It is a right-wing conservative party, loyal to the United States and conservative with its relations to North Korea. So it has been ruling Korea over the last 7 years. So, these political parties advocates fiscal responsibility, a market-based economy, and cautions in dealing with North Korea. So, one of the leading events that these parties involved in removing of the president during 2016, when massive corruption and bribery scandal involving some of South Korea's largest companies, and the event Sainori Party also renamed itself to Liberty Korean Party in 2016. Next is the Democratic Party. So here, the main opposition party with 82 seats in the parliament, it has been ruling Korea over the past decade under different names. It is a Liberty Party with an opposition left tendency. So, this party, one of its purpose is to support greater human rights, improve relation with North Korea, and economic policy described as a new progressivism. So lahi po ni siya sa Sainori Party kay kadtong Sainori is conservative siya in dealing with North Korea. Ang kanipod is kanipod nga political party, mas aim po niya nga mas ipa-improve pa ang relation niya with the North Korea. So in a democratic party, it has a remarkable ability to motivate the people and run strong popular campaigns to oppose some of the policies and decisions of the government. Especially nga ang most supporters ani niya are from the youth generations, which assess to run social oppositions campaign. Next is the Progressive Freedom Party. So in Progressive Freedom Party, it composed of 18 seats in the parliament. So this is a short-lived, moderate socialist political party. So it is founded after kanang Korean War in South Korea. So this party advocated a peaceful unification with North Korea. So through strengthening the country's democratic forces and winning in a unified Korean election. And these are all for about the government and politics under the Republic of South Korea. Thank you.